Hello, and welcome to traditional Japanese Mahjong, known as Riichi Mahjong. This is the final video of our beginner series that deals with the most complicated concepts of Riichi Mahjong. In this video, we will go over the concept of fast hand scoring, Ron lock, advanced Yaku, and Yakuman Hands. In a previous video, we brought up the concept of fast hands. When scoring a hand, we calculate the Han rank value, and the rank determines how many points you collect. Fairly easy to understand, right? Well, it's about to get complicated real quick. Fast hands are hands that have a rank value of 4 Han or less. And if you make a fast hand, you will now have to do some math to determine what your score is going to be. Minipoints, known as Fu, is the raw base value of your hand depending on a variety of factors such as how many triplets you have, how many cons you performed, whether or not your hand is open, or even if you've won by run or sumo. And the combined value of mini points and Han will be what determines your actual score for the end of the round. Let's start with an easy one, victory mini points. Just for winning a hand, you will score 20 Fu. If you declare Ron with a closed hand, that's an additional 10 Fu. And if you won by sumo, you win an additional 2 Fu. Next is your winning tile. If you are waiting for only one unique tile to complete a hand, then you are awarded 2 mini points. A unique tile wait is either the single tile to make a pair, the middle tile of a sequence, or the 3 or 7 tile in a 1, 2, 3, or 7, 8, 9 sequence. If the pair in your hand is a value honor, then you also get 2 mini points. Only the dragon, game wind, and seat winds are considered value honors. The other winds will not be worth these 2 Fu if you have a pair of them in your hand. You are also awarded mini points on how many triplets are in your hand. You get 2 mini points for every open simple triplet you have. A simple is any number 2 through 8. 1s and 9s are known as terminal tiles, and if you have an open triplet of terminal or honor tiles, that is also worth 4 mini points. These points are also doubled if they are closed triplets. Finally, you get mini points for any con declarations. Open simple cons are worth 8 points, and open terminal or honor cons are worth 16 mini points. And like triplets, these points are doubled if they are closed cons. Once you have added up all your mini points, you will then round up to the nearest tens place. For example, a hand that is worth 28 mini points is rounded up to 30. A hand that is worth 32 mini points will be rounded up all the way to 40. The mini points total, combined with the Han ranking of your fast hand, is what determines your score. Wrong. We'll evaluate this hand as an example. We have the East value honor Yaku and one with Ron. So first, we get 20 mini points just for winning the hand. Our East triplet is closed in our hand, so that is worth 8 mini points. And we have a con of terminal 9 dots, so that's worth an additional 16 mini points, for a total of 44 mini points. We then round up to the nearest tens, which gives us a grand total of 50 Fu. Our hand value is 1 Han 50 Fu. Now we convert this to actual points. This is the elaborate scoring chart used for fast hands. Use this chart to determine if you won a hand by Ron or sumo, and if you were the dealer or not. Since we were in the south seat, we were not the dealer, so we calculate our points in the non-dealer side. Next, we determine our Han rank value. We have 1 triplet of East tiles, so that is worth 1 Han. Finally, we use our mini point total to see how many points to collect. Since we won by Ron, 50 Fu means we collect 1600 points from the player who gave us the tile. If we had won by sumo, then 50 fu means we collect 800 points from the dealer and 400 points from every other player. There are also Yaku exclusive mini points. The pinfu hand is only worth 20 mini points for sumo or 30 mini points for ron, and all other mini point calculations are ignored. If you make the 7 pairs hand pattern, then this is always 25 mini points and all other calculations are ignored. Sometimes, when you are making a Yaku, you'll end up with a hand and realize that you may have already discarded a tile that you need previously in the round. Be very careful in these scenarios, as this can hinder your ability to win the game. If you're in Tenpai, and one of the tiles you need is already in your discard, then you cannot call ron on any tile. This is known as Furiten, which means ron lock. It is a penalty applied to your entire hand for players who don't pay close enough attention to their own discards and don't anticipate the potential needs of your winning hand. Take a look at this example. We've drawn the 3 dot and we are now in Tenpai. We just need the 3 or 6 of bamboo to win the game. So we declare Riichi.
Riichi.
However, we've made one crucial error. We have already discarded the 6 of bamboo earlier in the hand. That means we lost the ability to declare ron. You'll notice that the East player has discarded the 6 of bamboo and the game doesn't even allow us to declare ron. And even though the 3 of bamboo isn't in our discard pile, we cannot call ron period for either of these tiles. Does that mean all hope is lost? Well, there's 2 alternatives you can take. One is that you can change your Tenpai to a different winning tile. This is the main way to get out of ron lock. So long as you haven't declared Reach, you can try to fix your way out of this jam. Unfortunately, we've already declared Reach. Don't worry, no matter what happens, you can always still win the hand. Even if you can't declare ron, you are always allowed to declare sumo. So if we draw the tile ourselves, then winning this hand is still on the table. We lucked out and drew the last 6 of bamboo ourselves for sumo. That was a close call.
Sumo.
There's 2 more things to note about ron lock. First, if you remember in the previous video, when you steal someone's tile, you need to orient the tile sideways to designate which player you stole the tile from. If someone steals your tile for a call, then this tile is still considered as one of your discarded tiles, even if it's not physically in your discard pile. Finally, you can be in a temporary Furiten. Sometimes a player will discard the winning tile, but for one reason or another, you choose not to declare ron on that tile. If you don't declare ron, then your hand is considered temporarily ron locked until you draw another tile. If you declared Reach and you don't declare ron, then you are permanently in ron lock and can now only win the game by sumo. The last things we will need to discuss are Advanced Yaku and Yakuman Hands. These hands are not easy to make, but can pull you out of a pinch if you need to make up points. Here are a list of the Advanced Yaku. The first 3 hands are complex patterns that consist of either terminals or honor tiles in all of your melds. Chanta uses 1s, 9s, and honor tiles. Junchan uses only 1s and 9s. And all terminals and honors is only triplets and quads of terminals or honor tiles. 3 quads, like the name suggests, is performing 3 con actions over the course of a game. And little 3 dragons is collecting 2 sets of dragons and a pair of the remaining dragon. Next, we will discuss Yakuman Hands. These hands are a guaranteed Yakuman if you make them. These are your Hail Mary hands if you're running behind on points and need to make an upset to win the game. All terminals means every 4 triplets and pair are all 1s or 9s. Big 3 dragons means a triplet of every dragon. All honors means nothing but honors. And wins means incorporating all 4 of the wins in your hand. The next set of Yakuman are 4 concealed triplets and 4 quads. For the 4 triplets, you cannot open your hand, and it has to be sumo only. It is an easy transition if you work towards the all triplets hand or the 3 concealed triplets hand. For the 4 quads, I'll be honest, the likelihood of making this hand is abysmal. It implies having to make 4 quads, and in order to make 4 quads, you would basically need 4 triplets already in your hand. And if you have 4 triplets in your hand, you have basically already qualified for the 4 concealed triplets Yakuman. Next, we have the special Yakuman. You have to jump through a couple of hoops to make these, but they're also pretty easy to understand. 13 Orphans is a hand where you have one of each copy of the 1s, 9s, and honor tiles, and a pair of one of these tiles. This is the second exception, on top of 7 pairs, that breaks the 4 melds in 1 pair rule. And all green is just that. Only tiles in your hand can be a green color and no other colors. The only way to transition to this hand is by making a half flush with bamboo and green dragons, and maybe you'll get lucky. The last special Yakuman is the 9 Gates, which is a full flush hand with all the numbers 1 through 9, where you have 3 1s and 3 9s, and 1 additional tile of the same suit. This hand must be made concealed. You cannot perform any call actions other than Roan to make this hand. And Yakuman, while rare, can definitely happen. So to end this video on a bang, enjoy this Yakuman.
Sumo.
And finally, we have reached the end of our tutorial video. Congratulations, I have taught you everything you need to play Riichi Mahjong. You are now officially beginners. Are there more things to learn about the game? Absolutely. But in terms of core gameplay, you have all you need to succeed and can pick up the other miscellaneous concepts throughout the course of your Mahjong endeavors. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you found this course invaluable. And thanks for watching.